Today we are at the only sushi restaurant in downtown Frankfort. I'm Stefanie Campbell and you're watching Frankfort at Home. We are in the one and only Senso, interviewing the owner, Mookie. This is a great restaurant to eat at in Frankfort. If you have not been, you absolutely need to visit it. A lot of people go here to celebrate anniversaries, birthdays, your average Thursday, whatever it is. I want to hear a little bit about how did you guys get started? What was the inspiration? Tell me all those kinds of good things.
I have a friend that lives in Frankfurt, and he had given me the opportunity to come down here and to check out the downtown, which is absolutely beautiful, and asked, would you be willing to do a sushi restaurant in Frankfurt? And I came down a couple times and I fell in love with the downtown. I think Frankfurt, it's so beautiful. It reminds me of driving through those small towns in Michigan, but it's so close to Chicago. And so when the opportunity arose, I was like, absolutely, I'd love to do a sushi restaurant in Frankfurt.
I mean, I think that is something that everybody echoes. Downtown Frankfort is absolutely adorable and incredibly charming, and it draws in such a great community. And one thing that we were kind of joking about before we got started was Mookie really has brought this city to the suburbs. I feel like that is the vibe here, and like a lot of us that probably originally lived in the city of Chicago and moved to suburbs for various reasons, kids, schools, all that fun stuff, but we missed that vibe. So you walk in here and you instantly feel like you're in the city, which is very cool. How did you guys come up with the decor and all that kind of stuff? Was it?
Yeah, I think one of the best things about being an entrepreneur is you get to create whatever you want, right? When I would travel with my wife trying a bunch of different restaurants, like, this would look kind of cool, or if I had a restaurant, this would be interesting. And so I actually designed the space, and I grabbed inspiration from all the different restaurants that we travel to. And then I had a couple people help me piece it all together because I'm not a designer, and this is kind of what it came out to be. And I'm pretty proud of what we've accomplished, and I think the community and the people that dine here enjoy what we've put together.
And I heard that you guys did a lot of tasting for the cocktail menu, too.
Yes, that was our favorite part.
Yes.
One of the things that I believed was that, when you bring the city to the suburbs, there are certain things that you need to bring along with that come with the city, which is cocktails.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of places in the city which have mixology spots, bars, and whatnot. And so we spent a lot of time testing R&Ding cocktails on every travel and every vacation that we had. And I created a huge spreadsheet. Bartenders are one of the people that are the most honest with you about anything you ask. And so when I'd ask them for a recipe, they would give me the recipe for the cocktail I drank. And
that's awesome.
So then we tested a bunch and we kind of came up with the menu that we have today.
That is very cool. One thing that I have to ask while I'm here, the Survivor's Milk. I know that was an OG, right, drink. Will that ever come back, or what are your thoughts on that?
So the Survivor's Milk.
Just putting some pressure on,
that's actually a cocktail, a riff of a famous mixologist in Chicago from Lost Lake. I thought it would do really well in Frankfurt.
It was freaking awesome. I loved that drink.
Yeah, I think it's one of those issues where we have so many good or decent drinks that it gets kind of lost in the mix.
Yeah.
And every now and then on a special occasion we'll bring it back. But the OG people that came to us, and when we first opened the first 3 months, know what it is and they can still order it. So
I have literally come in here and asked if they can make it, and they have. That's been awesome.
And that's with a lot of parts of our menu too. We've changed our menu a lot. We try to keep things exciting, but all the stuff we used to have, you can still order if you remember what they are.
Okay, and I have to say, going back to the cocktail, the reason it's called Survivor's Milk is because you were on Survivor.
Yeah.
Does everybody know that, you think, or is it, do you keep it under wraps?
Well, there's a roll on the menu that says Survivor, so I think when they see an Asian guy walking around, they're like, that's the guy. But I'm happy to discuss and talk about it. I think it was a very unique and special experience that I had in my 20s. Some of the inspiration for the things that we've done here, homage to my experience there. And Survivor's Milk, we had no milk on the island. I lost a ton of weight, and so it's like, if you drank some more of this, maybe things would have turned out better for you. But
yeah, I mean, props to you. That was a huge accomplishment to even get on that show.
Yeah, they found me just the way they found Justin Bieber online, but that's kind of where it ended. Here I am.
Then here you are in Frankfort, the best place they could possibly be, right?
I mean, Frankfort, I've grown to love Frankfort more than I when I first visited, and it's just an amazing place. Like, you know, I have another spot in the city, but the safety, the community, the people, it's just such a special place.
It is. I mean, we love it here. Obviously, you guys have to come and eat at this restaurant. If you have not, you will be amazed. Everything is completely delicious. I will tell you too, my brothers both live in the city, and I brought them for dinner one night, and he literally said, and I quote, "Oh my gosh, this is better than any sushi I've ever had in the city."
I have amazing staff. The sushi chefs that I have, employees, are just amazing, and you know, just truly blessed.
So you guys, come check it out. You will enjoy yourself. I fully trust that. So thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.